Hi, I'm Yanxing. After losing a lot of weight, I was left with loose skin, and today I will share with you my experience with arm and thigh lift surgery. Why did I went for the surgery? I felt unfair because no matter how much effort I placed in, I will still look the same. I call them the bat wings or flappy bird. It didn't look very nice and it just jingles a lot. And sometimes when I put my hands down really quickly, I could hear a slap sound from my arm flap. I felt a bit embarrassed by it. I would try a lot of clothes, take photos, but I would never buy them. When I see other girls wearing sleeveless, whether they are bigger size or smaller, have a very funny shaped arm, I don't really have an issue with that. But for myself, I'm hypercritical about how it should look. It made me feel like, am I imposing a certain beauty standard to myself? So those are just my thoughts. And for my thighs, there are a lot of excess skin at the side and the back as well. When I run, imagine this is the thigh, so my skin moves like this way. So it felt like kebab on a loose stick, or like a hot dog. Okay, never mind. I'm generally conscious whenever my arms are moving, and also when I'm wearing shorts when I sit down, cause that's when the skin expands and there is no way to hide. How did I decide which clinic to go to? I went to 3 clinics for consultation. The first clinic, the surgeon recommended to do an arm lift, a medial thigh lift, and also a liposuction on the thigh. So the surgeon recommended what was necessary, and I felt that she was quite empathetic as well. And I went for the clinic number 2. She was dragging the timeline and stating that maybe I don't need a lift, maybe you just need to give your skin a chance. Do a liposuction first, wait for 6 months or a year, and before you come back for a thigh lift. That is like dragging really long, and the amount of times I have to repeatedly get admitted to the hospital and all these extra costs is gonna pile up. Honestly, I myself am not convinced that my own skin will retract. So therefore clinic 2 was a no-no to me. The third one was because the second one suggested that, oh, maybe the third one has a better solution for you. If you search online, there will be other less invasive, less scarring solutions for your skin. For clinic number 3, he just straightforwardly told me that there is no choice but to get it cut. It was also a relief for me because he said the exact same thing as the first clinic. He wanted to liposuction my arms, and I thought that wasn't needed. I was happy to hear it was like, oh, this is the end of your journey and this is the last part of your transformation. And you know, like, oh, it's the end. It's probably just marketing tactics to lure me in. Because the first surgeon addressed what was needed, and the location was near my parents so that they could take care of me. And also it was more affordable for me, so I've decided to go for clinic 1. On the day of the operation, I was super anxious, but wow! I've always watched this on TV and now I have the marking lines on my body. It felt so surreal. All the worries and all fall into that one single day. So after the surgery, I felt really peaceful. Mostly because the decision was made and I turned out to be fine. I had to wear this compression garment, also known as a girdle, and it was super tight. I was sweating so much that I thought I gave the wrong measurements, but it was just my body doing its thing. I was really lucky because no draining tubes was needed, and therefore recovery was made much more easier. To think back, it was rather crazy to do both arms and legs at the same time. It was my first surgery, so when I woke up and finally stood up, I was puking water everywhere. I wasn't prepared for that. Does it hurt? I would say not really. They did give me painkillers and I've stopped taking them by day 4. It's more of like tiny irritating pain where your nerve starts to rebuild. It hurts more in the morning because you're not moving. It's just gonna sting a little. And for the liposuction, it bruised my thighs, but it's not the visible bruise. However, if you put a little bit of pressure on it, it's gonna hurt. Other than that, the pain level is really manageable. In fact, the hardest part was bringing unnecessary worries to my family. Luckily, I don't really need the surgery. It's just like a want. Recovery was not that difficult. I was eating by myself on day 2. I was so well fed by my parents. I started walking quite a lot by week 4. Once the stitches are removed, it was so freeing. By week 8, I went back to the gym, lifting much lesser weight. Initially, it was quite tight. The surgeon did ask to stretch a little bit more so that the scar stretches. Now I have all my motions back. I was able to do my yoga and dance without any issues. I also did laser the scars twice to reduce the color and also to flatten it. And I stopped wearing the girdle around week 9 and 10. For now, it's just taking care of the scars. Currently, I'm using silicone gel and also whitening cream. So what to prepare? If you are a girl, plan your surgery dates after the menses week. Train your core and legs. Do your squats. It will help you to get out of bed much easier. You will need someone to take care of you for 2 weeks minimum. For arm lifts, make sure things are reachable because you can't bend much or lift your arms high. Get front button clothes for indoor and outdoor as well. I like pajamas from Uniqlo. Try to get straw bottles or straws to drink. For thigh lifts, get a shiwi to pee standing. It's great because you don't want to wet your girdle. And last but not least, entertainment. And here's the result. Look at my beautiful arms. They are no longer jiggly. This is about 4 months in. The scars is still red and probably will take a year till it heals down. It's stretched across the armpit area. It needs to be widened, otherwise I won't be able to move properly. You can't really see the scars when my arms are down, only a little on the elbow. And here's the before and after. For my thighs, I think the shape is less conish and more cylinder. I wish they took out more though. There's still skin ripples. And my dark chaff skin is gone. This is the scar and it goes all the way to the lower part of the butt. I would pick the scar over loose skin any day. I feel perfect now and I no longer have the thoughts to change my body in any way. Hope this video could inspire or encourage anyone who is also looking to get a skin lift. And yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye!